I believe that this roundtable presents yet another opportunity for Uganda and all of you indeed to deliberate and improve on the performance assessment of parliaments.
Welcome to this third expert roundtable on the common principles for support to Parliament. Very happy to have you all here with us today. We will have some 140 participants from more than 45 countries. So thank you all for joining us today and for being a part of this conversation.
So why do we monitor? To learn from experiences, to achieve practices and activities in future. Earlier developments, a good case would be the Paris Declaration of 2005.
And all of these activities, tracking, assessing, scrutinizing, they point to the evaluative nature of parliaments. So what do parliaments measure? Ideally, parliaments measure what they want to improve and what matters most to them. And this sounds quite simple, but if your parliaments are like mine, we often measure what is convenient or what we have evidence for. But this isn't always a useful way of measuring.
How do you get an objective answer if people measure themselves? Do you have any specific criteria? A lot of colleagues are not particularly happy always about these indicators and being measured and do in fact really see it as finger pointing, and some have even claimed that it feels dehumanizing.
One of the things we've tried to do is to separate institutional monitoring from performance assessments. So to kind of create that boundary that when we measure at the level of the institution, the focus is always on process and on resources.
How parliaments monitor and what they're actually monitoring.
That's something that we do each 2 or 3 years. We have a questionnaire sent to all the MPs and they answer on how well the Riksdag administration, different units work.
But I really feel it's not a, if you build it, they will come type of scenario with performance measurement frameworks. I feel they'll only be successful or meaningful if it's built around how your senior leaders, or if in your parliaments, how your members are making decisions in practice and not necessarily in theory, and understanding what information will be useful in supporting those discussions.
We develop yearly results matrix, quarterly reports per division, and yearly performance evaluation recommending actions for the next year. The MPs will also be able to measure the performance of the government by measuring the implementation of each one of the pre-identified programs in the budget. We are also struggling in finding the right performance evaluation.
And it's a toolkit which helps parliaments in their work to achieve gender sensitivity by reviewing structures, operations, methods and work.
The presentations, the questions that we've heard this morning about the tensions that exist between the extent to which the monitoring and evaluation is a political versus an administrative exercise.
And I think the other thing is often in monitoring and evaluation, you're trying to give a full picture of what's happening in Parliament. The self-assessment tools allow you to choose a few specific things to act on, because you can't do everything and you can't do everything all the time, and it takes time.